Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tortuga Outbreaker Laptop Backpack, which is a travel-focused tech and everyday carry bag. And on the channel in the past, we've looked at a lot of different bags from Tortuga. We've looked at their larger version of the Outbreaker and their set out line, which are really great one bag travel options. And we've also taken a look at their set out laptop backpack, which is actually one of my favorite daily carry bags of all time. So I was very excited to see Tortuga releasing another bag in a little bit of a smaller size range that would work great for minimal travel, or that could also work as an everyday bag. So I've been using it for the past couple of weeks, and so far it's been a fantastic experience. The bag has been very comfortable to wear. It has a great build quality. I really love all the organizational options that it has, and it also offers a great amount of space. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. This definitely has a pretty techy and kind of modern vibe that reminded me a lot of the larger version of the Outbreaker. So it has this nice all black exterior, and you get a little bit of texture along the front from the materials that we'll talk about in a little bit. And the bag itself might not be everyone's kind of preference as far as aesthetics, just because it's a pretty boxy style. It's not as sleek as some of the more rounded bags that we've looked at on the channel, such as the Bellroy Transit backpack. But for me, I really like this look. I feel like it blends in well into a lot of different environments, particularly for traveling or for walking around the city. And then moving into the materials, the bag is made out of a really nice VX21 sailcloth that feels very light but rugged, so it feels like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage. One thing I'll call out about this material is that some people mention that it's a little bit on the crinkly side, so it makes some noise when you're moving around. It's not as quiet as some of the Cordura bags that we featured on the channel. It's not really too bad in my opinion. I haven't noticed it that much, but something I wanted to call out. But this material is great not just because of its durability, but also its weather resistance. It really feels like this is going to keep water out of the pack very well, and like everything's going to be dry even if you happen to get caught in a little bit of heavier rain. And then I also like that the bag has some very well protected YKK zippers all throughout. And then continuing along the outside, the bag has some really nice handles on the side and top that are going to be great for putting this into an overhead storage compartment or carrying like a briefcase. And I like the implementation on these handles. They're very thick and well padded, so they have this sort of gel-like material that's going to feel really comfortable to hold even when the bag is a little bit more packed out. And then on the other side of the bag, I was very happy to see that you have an external water bottle pocket, and this offers plenty of space. Currently what I have here is the 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos. It fits in there very easily, and I like that this compartment has a nice amount of elasticity, so if you have a larger bottle or something a little bit thicker, it should be able to fit in here okay. And then as we've seen with some of Tortuga's other bags, it's nice that you can actually zip this compartment up to give the bag a little bit of a sleeker look when you're not using the pocket. And then taking a look at the capacity, the bag comes in at about 27 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion that can work well for everyday carry or minimal travel. I was easily able to fit all the items that I would normally like to carry with me, and I like that even when the bag is a little bit more packed out, it never really sticks out too much. It really hugs my back well, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying onto pretty much any domestic and international airline. And then one last thing that I wanted to call out about the exterior of the bag is that it has a pretty flat bottom. So when it's more packed out, it can stand up well on its own. This will depend a little bit on how you pack it out, but I know that's a feature that a lot of people kind of look for in a backpack, so I wanted to go ahead and call it out. Continuing on with the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been very comfortable to wear. This is an area where Tortuga's bags always excel. They have some of the best harness systems on the market, and so I love how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice amount of padding. It's really thick and soft, and then on the inside it has this meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. And then I like that the straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders even when it's a little bit more packed out. On top of that, I also really like this kind of contoured strap that really works well for my body type. And then you also have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. And then taking a look at the bottom of the bag, one thing I wanted to call out is that you don't have the ability to add or remove a waist belt. Personally, I don't think that's something that's needed for a bag of this size, but just something that I wanted to mention in case that's something that you normally like for a bag that starts to get a little bit heavier. And then as far as the back panel, this has also felt great. It really just checks all the boxes for what I would like to see on a back panel like this. So it has the same comfy padding that we saw on the straps, that has the breathable material to help prevent moisture from building up. And then I also love how much elevation is provided here to create these large air channels that are gonna help with ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. And then while we're on the back paneling, the last thing that I'll call out here is that you have a very nice luggage pass here that's going to allow you to rest this on your suitcase if you're traveling through the airport and you want to save some weight on your back. One note about the luggage pass-through here is that if you tuck away the straps, which you can actually do by releasing these clips if you want to give the bag a cleaner look while you're carrying it like a briefcase, you can release them very easily and you tuck them in via this sleeve at the top. But when you do that, it may get a little bit difficult to place this over your luggage handle as they kind of share the same space. And then jumping into the organizational options, the bag has some really great pocketing all throughout. So starting off on the front, you have a few quick access pockets. First up at the top, this one is a little bit slimmer. It's not gonna be able to hold anything quite as bulky, but it's gonna be a great spot for those items that you just wanna grab quickly while you're on the go. So what I currently have in here is a lightning cable and charger for my phone and my tablet. And then I also tossed in my Apple AirPods. And this might also be a great spot to maybe toss in your wallet and your phone while you're running through TSA. And then down at the bottom, you have another quick access area. I like that this has a zipper garage here to help add some extra protection against the elements. And so this one is a little bit larger than the one that we just looked at the top. It has some extra volume, but still not a great spot for anything super bulky, especially when you start to pack out the rest of the bag. So what I tossed in here for now is just a full-size moleskin notebook, which fit very comfortably. And then in this compartment, again, no sort of internal organization. It comes up a nice amount, so you can put some cables or chargers that you want to be able to grab quickly, maybe some snacks. And then in this area, you also have a little plastic clip that's going to be a great spot to attach something like your keys or a multi-tool, which is what I currently have here. Next up at the top, you have a slightly larger admin area that has some nice internal organization. Before jumping into that, I did want to call out that a lot of the zippers for the main areas of the bag are actually lockable. So you can see for this compartment, as well as the main kind of clothing area and the laptop compartment, you do have the ability to lock them to help add that extra peace of mind from pickpockets while you're traveling. So diving into this pocket here, it has a little bit of a wider opening so you can get a good view of everything that's on the inside. And this one doesn't go all the way down. It goes to about 3/4 of the way down the bag. So it still has some height to it if you want to put something a little bit taller, like maybe a jacket or your toiletry bag or something like that. And so lots of little pockets and areas to organize your stuff. The first thing that I currently have here is just my sunglasses with their case, which is just kind of rested here because they didn't really fit super well anywhere else. And then going into the back, you have a small zippered pocket here that's gonna be a great spot to hold some of the smaller items that you don't want kind of floating around. So I just tossed in a little USB cable that has a bunch of different charging attachment points, and then I also tossed in a lightning USB stick that I pair with my phone. So plenty of space here. And then in front of that, you have a larger sleeve that's gonna be a great spot for something like a tablet. This sleeve has actually got this soft kind of fleece lining to help prevent against scratching. So currently what I have here is my Kindle. As I like to get to that very quickly while I'm on the road, this would have been able to hold my iPad as well, but there is also a separate tablet sleeve in the laptop compartment that we'll take a look at in a little bit. And then on the front of the sleeve, you have some more kind of small slip pockets where you can keep all of your stuff easy to find. So on the left, you have this kind of deeper one that's gonna be a great spot to put something like a larger power bank, or maybe even your phone. If you have a larger phone, this is gonna fit in here comfortably. And then you have a few small slots for something like a pen or a stylus. So currently what I have here is my Everyman Click Pen. And then on the front of that, you have some more slip pockets here. I just tossed in a simple deck of cards that I like to travel with. And then you also have a series of smaller slip pockets that are gonna be a great spot to put something like business cards if you wanna be able to get to them quickly. They're not super deep, and it does feel like stuff could maybe slip out of these pockets while you're kind of shaking the bag around. So just something to keep in mind. And then the last pocket here is this sort of elastic pocket that's gonna be great for holding something maybe a little bit more delicate because this mesh is soft. You can maybe put your sunglasses in here if you don't have a case, or something like your phone if you have something smaller, or maybe your AirPods. And then the last pocket that you have here is on the flap. You have this mesh zipper pocket here, and I love the use of this mesh to make it easy to see everything that's on the inside. And this compartment has a pretty good amount of volume. It actually goes further down into the bag. It's kind of hard to show the full volume since this compartment doesn't open down a little bit wider, but plenty of space here for any kind of larger accessories that you don't want falling out of the bag, particularly when you open this pocket up. The zipper helps keep it in place. So I only just tossed in a few small accessories in here. So I have a USB-C hub for my MacBook Pro, and then I also have a little stand that I like to use for my tablet and phone while I'm traveling. But this would have been a great spot again to put maybe some toiletries, or a pair of gloves or a hat if you're traveling with, and then if you don't want to use it, it just kind of stays out of the way. And then moving into the laptop and tech area, this has a compartment that opens up fully flat so you can easily see everything that's on the inside. You know, some people call this a TSA approved pocket. Now, I normally just end up taking my laptop out when I'm going through airport security to just avoid any back and forth with the security agents, but it's still just nice to be able to see everything that's in the compartment, and this also gives us a nice view into how the tablets and laptop sleeves are set up. So I really like how everything is implemented here. It has this little strap to kind of help keep your devices in place so they don't fall out when you have it open this way. And so first up, we have a separate tablet sleeve. I like the implementation here. This has a little bit of padding, but mostly this fleece lining on the inside definitely feels like it's going to keep my device protected from scratching. So currently what I have here is my iPad mini, but you can see that's kind of getting swallowed up by the pocket. You could definitely fit a full-size 10 or 11-inch tablet here. And then moving into the laptop sleeve, this has also been implemented very well. It has a nice amount of padding on this sleeve. It's a little bit thicker than the tablet sleeve, and plenty of space. This is definitely going to be able to hold up to a 15 or 16-inch MacBook Pro. Currently what I have here is my 13-inch MacBook, but you can see there's a ton of leftover space at the top. And I really love that this compartment is fully suspended off the bottom of the ground to help keep your device protected if you happen to place your bag down a little bit harder. And so pulling my laptop out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside, and I really like how much this comes up in case you happen to have a thicker device. And then I really like that it has this soft kind of felt lining on both sides of the compartment to help prevent against scratching. So overall, it just really feels like my tablet and laptop are going to be very well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. And then moving on to the other side of the compartment, you have some nice organization here if you want to keep all of your tech stuff together. So on the bottom, you have a very large kind of mesh zippered pocket here that's going to be a great spot for maybe a tech organizer or a larger laptop charger. I left this empty as I really don't like anything too bulky poking up against the laptop while I'm moving around. So I preferred to have this be a little bit flat, and I like that it just stays out of the way. And then at the top, you have two identically sized mesh zipper compartments that are a little bit smaller and are going to be a great spot for all of those small tech accessories that you need to grab while you're working on the go. So in this one here on the left, I just tossed in my Apple Magic Mouse, and then on the one on the right, I actually tossed in my USB-C hub that I use to charge my MacBook, my tablet, and all my other devices while I'm on the go. And then the last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And this is a clamshell opening bag, so you can open it up flat so you can see everything that's on the inside. And I always love this layout, particularly for travel bags, as it feels like it can just hold so much stuff, and it makes it easy to get to whatever you need to when you're unpacking. And so currently what I have in here are the items that I would normally take with me on a 1 to 2 week trip, depending on how minimally I was packing, and they fit in here comfortably. I like that this isn't overly packed out, even with the items that I threw in. So jumping in, the first thing that I have here at the top is my Air Dop Kit. And then next up, I have the Tom Bin laundry stuff sack that has my underwear and socks. And then down at the bottom, I have a packing cube that has an extra pair of shoes that I like to travel with. And then the last item that I currently have in here is my larger double-sided incompressible packing cube that has my shirts and jeans and other large clothing items. Now with the compartment empty, you can see this is a very simple layout here, just a large bucket of space, no sort of internal organization or compression straps. So I really like how simple they keep things. And then you have this nice bright inner lining so you can easily see everything that's on the inside. And then even though this compartment is a little bit larger, if you wanted to use this for daily use, you could pack it out with maybe some headphones, pouches, notebooks. I like to throw in my Levitate portable standing desk. And then even though it sticks out a little big, there's no compression straps, unfortunately, to kind of slim the bag down. It can still work pretty well as an EDC bag, particularly if you have a little bit of a larger frame. And then the last thing I wanted to call out in this main area is you have two additional mesh zippered pockets that offer an impressive amount of space. With the volume that you have on these, you can use them almost as a separate packing cube if you wanted to toss in some socks or underwear, maybe a jacket. This could also be a great spot to toss in some medicines or tech accessories that you don't want accessible from the outside of the bag. And then if you don't want to use them, they just kind of stay flat and out of the way. So really love the simple layout of this main area and the amount of space that's offered and just all the design choices made throughout the bag. It's very durable, and if you're looking for a sleek and comfortable minimal travel and everyday carry bag, then this is going to be one of the best options to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Tortuga Outbreaker Laptop Backpack over the past couple of weeks. The bag has been very comfortable to wear. It has a fantastic build quality. I really love the organizational options that it offers, and it also comes with an impressive amount of space. And so you can currently purchase this on Tortuga's site for about $225, which is definitely a bit of an investment, but considering the features and build quality that it has to offer, I feel like it's a pretty reasonable price, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of was the Tortuga Laptop Backpack, which I talk about a lot on the channel as it's one of my favorite everyday carry bags. It has a really versatile 25-liter size that can also work for minimal travel. It has a great build quality. I really love the harness system that it has. And it also comes in at around $120, $125. So if you're looking for this style of bag, but you have a little bit of a tighter budget, then that's gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. The next bag this made me think of is the Planet Travel Pack 28, which we looked at really recently. That was another very solid minimal travel bag, had a very sleek and minimal look. It definitely looked less techy than this bag here. It also had 28 liters of space, so it could hold a ton of stuff. It had a much simpler organizational layout. It didn't have all the same pockets that this one has here, but it's still able to kind of hold enough stuff. I like how much space each of the compartments in that bag offered. And that one didn't have quite as good a harness system as this, but it was still very comfortable to wear. And if you're looking for a bag that's gonna have a little more of a low-key style and come in this size range, then that's gonna be one of the best options to check out. Another bag this made me think of is the Evergood CPL28, which is another very versatile and solidly built bag. I really love the organizational layout that has. It also has a clamshell style opening. The pocketing layout is very effective and easy to use. It has a really low-key style that feels it's gonna blend in well into the outdoors. That one's also gonna be great for pairing with a water bladder so that you can take it on hikes. It has a comfortable harness system, not quite as comfortable as this one here, but again, just a really solidly built bag if you're looking for something that's gonna be a little bit more minimal, and that is also offered in a smaller size if you have a smaller frame or you just want a little bit more of a daily carry focused bag. Then the Evergood CPL28 or 24 are gonna be some great options to keep in mind as well. And then the last bag that I'll mention here is the Air Travel Pack 2 Small, which is one of my favorite minimal travel bags. It has a great build quality, much like this. It's comfortable to wear. It has a lot of awesome organizational options. And that one's gonna be a little bit more sleek and modern looking in my opinion. It's just got more of a rounded shape and it just feels like it's gonna blend in better into a city environment or with a nicer outfit. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, however. I think both bags look great, but that one just feels a little bit more stylish in my opinion. With that one, you also get some nice bonuses such as the ability to add a waist belt, and you also get a separate shoe compartment. So if those are things that you're really looking for in a minimal travel bag, then that's gonna be a great option to take a look at as well. With that being said, the Tortuga Outbreaker Laptop Backpack holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a versatile, minimal travel bag that's gonna offer a fantastic build quality and a very comfortable harness system, this is gonna be one of the best options to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Outbreaker Laptop Backpack and how it compares to some of the other great minimal travel bags that we featured on the channel. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.